Delhi Police's search operation in Mehroli forest continued to trace the missing key evidence in the Shraddha murder case. Investigative teams have also been sent to states like Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand in connection with this probe. Actually, if you look at the overall investigation, this is one node of the investigation. From here germinates many branches of this investigation. There are multiple angles through which the Delhi police is investigating this case. And the reason for that is that it is very difficult to pin the blame on the accused unless and until you have a watertight case. And that's exactly what the Delhi police wants to make. And in an attempt to make such a watertight case, it has branched out its investigation to multiple states. Now, since Aftab has been changing statements, police intends to conduct a lie detector test. And not just a lie detector test, but also a narco analysis. The intention is to find a direction to move in as far as the investigation is concerned. This narco analysis is not submissible in court, but it does give a direction to the investigation, and many a times it is believed that the accused who has been suppressing certain facts could mention certain things during the narco analysis which might help the probe. Now, a psychiatrist has also been engaged to help during this interrogation and this entire investigation, because it is believed the way Aftab, the way he went about disposing the body is something which is not done by any normal person. So, there is an attempt to get a look inside the mind of Aftab and try and work out where he could have disposed parts of the body, or for that matter, that very important piece of evidence, the murder weapon. In any investigation, that is extremely important. Apart from what is happening in this investigation, there are some other important issues also that we will be speaking about. But first, let me give you the update on the investigation. A Delhi police team has collected Shraddha's clothes from her rented accommodation, which was in Chhatarpur, where she lived with Aftab Poonawala. And this is also an effort to find some more clues to help the ongoing probe into this brutal murder. Now, the police has claimed that the rented accommodation, which is the place of offence, is being closely inspected by the crime team and forensic experts. But till now, we've not heard any potential clinching evidence coming out from these investigations. There have been a lot of news about certain bone parts being found, a part of skull being found, but till now we are not sure whether those are human bones or not, or whether they're even connected to Shraddha or not. It's only a DNA analysis which could clarify whether the remains are human and are Shraddha's or not. Now, in addition to these gory details of Shraddha's murder, there has also been a lot of curiosity about Aftab Poonawala, the man who killed his partner. People have sought out his social media accounts to post angry, shocked and painful comments. Now, media organizations have used animations to recreate the scenes or sent reporters to all these areas like Mehroli woodlands and tried to find out their own versions of event. Now, Poonawala, it seems, had dismembered the body of Shraddha and dumped those pieces in various places, and he has been leading the police during the investigation to certain places, but police is not sure whether they're being led or misled. Now, the entire society has reacted very strongly to this case. The nature of evil has long captivated us human beings, and we of course react very strongly to any such news coming in. But is this incident that we're hearing about so impossible to happen? This, we have to understand that this is sort of related to domestic violence. They may not have been married, but they were living in together. And that creates a relationship of a man and woman who are cohabiting in a relationship. And that's where domestic violence comes in. Now, if you look at the scenario of domestic violence in India, it's been increasing. If you look at the statistics, from let's say 2001 to 2018, there has been an increase of 53% in domestic violence cases. And all this data, when it's analyzed, and if you look at it, the data that we have got is from annual reports of the National Crimes Record Bureau, which is the NCRB. And if you look at the 4 domestic violence crime headings, the data that you get, it shows a clear increase over the last few years. Now, between 2001 and 2018, the majority of the domestic violence cases were filed under cruelty by husband or his relatives, with the reported rate of this crime increasing by 53% over the 18 years. Which are the states that report maximum such cases? Delhi, Assam, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Jammu and Kashmir, they have all documented high instance of increase. About 160% more than 160% increase has been reported in the crime rate during 2001 to 2018 in these states. Now, there has been a decline also, and the greatest decline that has been reported by any of the states has been in Mizoram. There has been a decline of 74.3% from 2001 to 2018. So we are seeing a decline in certain states, but we are also seeing a massive jump, massive increase in many states. Now, to bring this entire argument of bringing in the states and showing you the statistics into perspective, we have to understand that certain states, though the crime was committed in Delhi and their relationship originated in Maharashtra, and there are many police teams currently in many states, but it has become a political issue also. It is being used by politicians during campaigning in Gujarat as well. The Chief Minister of Assam, Hemant Biswa Sarma, was addressing a rally in Gujarat, and he said that if you select someone like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, then you do not see people like Aftab being born. He said that it is only if you do not select him, then you will see people like Aftab being born in every state. So obviously this case has been pulled in, it's been lassoed into the campaigning of Gujarat elections also. So let's take a look at Assam, because the Chief Minister of Assam brought it in. So Assam has reported the highest rate of crimes against women among all states and union territories for the last 3 consecutive years, for which official data are available. There has been a marked increase in 3 categories of crime against women. One is domestic violence, second is kidnapping, and third is molestation. Now, the time frame that we are looking at is 2016 to 2019. So Assam is obviously making headlines in terms of their own rising crime graph against women, but the Chief Minister chooses to campaign in other states and lessen the voters over there as to who they should be voting for based on this case, which happened in Delhi. Now, we will try and thrash this out a little bit more, because we try and understand how these states who are right now going into an election could be impacted by this, because this is sort of being connected to a certain community and is not being seen only as a crime. And it is a crime, a heinous crime, a horrible crime, a crime that has shattered people's belief in humanity, but it is a stretch of an imagination to keep connecting it to a certain community. Now, talking about Assam, the trend of increasing crimes against women in Assam is also noted in gender-based violence data collated in the National Family Health Survey 5, which is a government survey. This is 2019-20, which was released in December 2020. Over 30% of women in Assam reported spousal violence in this survey, up from 24.5% in the previous survey, which was in 2015 and 16, and 8% of young women reported sexual violence, which is up from 5.8% in the previous survey. In the survey before NFHS 5, which would be NFHS 4. So obviously, the crime data, if you look at it in Assam, is not something that the Chief Minister can be proud of. So maybe he should be focusing more on his state rather than linking a crime in another state with the voters of another state. Meanwhile, What we need to focus on as a society is the problem of domestic abuse. Domestic violence is not to be taken lightly, and women need to be more educated and empowered so that they can take action anytime they face a threat of domestic abuse. They need to be helped by the society in general, with relatives, their friends, their close ecosystem in general, to be empowered enough to report it, to take action against it, and to ensure that this does not happen to them again. Meanwhile, Delhi police is conducting its investigations in Delhi and other states, and we hope that they will be able to find a clinching evidence which can ensure that Aftab, if he has committed that murder, he goes to jail. And something like this is not replicated by anyone else. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.